right.
Hey. So welcome to the very first SCLARQ SKATOW podcast. SCLARQ SKATOW.
That's us high-fiving.
Yeah, we just high-fived. So today we are with Kristina Hu here.
Say hi.
Say hi.
How's it going?
This is Kristina.
She's awesome.
Say it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Kristina is my roommate and blockmate.
Woo!
And we brought her on because she's amazing.
Prodigy.
And basically, one of my famous friends. On YouTube, she's known as the Unsung Heroine, where she has a bunch of really awesome piano covers and singing covers. And she's just like a talented musician. Also is here a student at Harvard studying EC and CS and is a baller. She's a finance queen and a musician and a acapella artist.
Finance
I don't know.
Queen.
We'll go into all this fun stuff. But yeah, so we brought her on today and hopefully we'll have a fun time.
Yeah, so I guess starting off, you play piano. Mm-hmm. Yes. How?
Correct.
That is correct.
So when did you start playing piano? How did that start?
Well, I started taking classical lessons when I was 4.5. My parents basically brought me into this huge piano store and told me to sit down and try some out. And I was like, this is kind of cool. So
and did you just hit them?
Kind of.
You
It kind of just banged on the keys for a bit.
Because you can get half an octave with a 4-year-old hand.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. I was stretching for sixth and stuff.
Okay.
But I started playing at 4.5 and did a lot of classical training throughout, all the way up until high school, and then afterwards sort of transitioned into more of a creative side. So
that was your adolescent rebellion.
It was my adolescent
was leaving classical to go.
Exactly.
Okay. So how much when you were younger, when you were 4.5 up through high school, how often were you practicing?
I'd say it varied a lot. When I was younger and more competitive, it'd be 2 to 3 hours a day or so. But starting in high school and things got busy, it was kind of whenever my lesson was the next day, I would kind of try to play some.
Crank stuff out.
Yeah, classic. Okay. Yeah, that's how you do.
Yeah, practicing was a pain. But it was really fun to perform. I really loved performing a lot in middle and high school, so that really kept me going.
Gotcha. When you said that you competed, what's a piano competition look like?
Oh, yeah.
I pictured dueling banjos sort of thing, but
dueling pianos.
You kind of just there's this big auditorium, and you walk in, and there's a table with 3 or 4 judges sitting there with their markup sheets.
Cool.
And then sometimes they'll play a required piece and then have an optional piece that you choose, and they're judging you based on a couple of different factors like your accuracy, your expressiveness, your dynamics, just sort of the overall do you capture the attention and the spirit of the piece. And depending on what type of competition, they'll either give you a numerical score or just sort of awards based on who they think deserves it. It's kind of very subjective.
Who deserves it?
That one.
Yeah. They're just all above these
stern,
4-year-olds.
Russian judge. Yeah.
But it really depends. It's been a lot of fun to compete. There are a lot of solo competitions and then also concertos where there are 2 pianos at once and you're playing at the same time with your accompanist. That's pretty cool. Or orchestral ones, although those don't happen too often. But it's been quite a while.
Shit, that's crazy. Holy shit!
Damn!
I can't even imagine. I would be I would probably cry.
Yeah,
I would start crying. That's so embarrassing. But
Sarah's just crying on her.
Do
you play any form of anything?
I used to play piano. I've never.
I took some piano lessons.
Yeah.
I couldn't focus on them enough. I couldn't stay in a piano bench. I would try. I would try to practice, and then I would just wander off, and my mom would be like, "No, you need to come back."
Just take bathroom breaks.
Okay, you did that too, but then you did the whole
That's the difference.
Why did you do that? Yes,
she actually came back to the keys.
She did. Back to the keys. That's a good.
Sweet. Back to the keys.
Memoir titles.
That's
back
a good
Back to the keys. Bathroom.
Back to the keys.
Break.
The Kristina Hu story.
Sun break. What about so how'd you get started, or what gave you the idea to start making videos and doing that sort of
It's
thing?
actually pretty funny. So during my senior year of high school, this new artist called SCLARQ came out, and there's this whole new genre of dubstep, and my friends were really into it. And I was just sort of is this even music? Like, this just sounds like
this is nonsense.
So I thought it would be really funny to play it on the piano. So I recorded a video of myself doing it and just uploaded it to YouTube.
Oh, okay. So your first one was
family.
SCLARQ?
It was one of my first videos. There were some other like really bad vocal covers that I did, but it was very much
What are those
just
called?
like
We would like to.
I think I did a cover of E.T. by Katy Perry.
Oh, okay.
And like
Take
another.
note.
So that was like what? Like what?
It was
that, like
2011. Like towards
so like
the end of that year.
Yeah, 10th grade.
But yeah, it was actually quite
right.
accidental making the channel. So that's sort of how it got started, and with the help of like Reddit and stumble upon social media.
Right.
So the Skrillex cover sort of like lifted off.
That lifted.
They're like this girl's like doing a badass cover of Skrillex on piano, and then it sort of from there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, so we were kind of like wanting to go over like so obviously with a lot of these things like YouTube comments and stuff, like generally speaking, like when we were looking through, like there's like all these like super positive. I feel like the only ones that are like kind of like native are like when they're like being like, oh, Asian, like, Asian, like all that crap, right? So what do you think of that kind of stuff? Like, what's the craziest comment?
What's the weirdest comment you got on the YouTube video? Oh man,
that's a hard question. I'd have to say that the Asian thing comes up quite a lot, though. Yeah. I remember one day. One day I opened up Reddit.com and I saw my face on the front page, and I was like, what am I doing on this front page?
Reddit.com.
Why am
I on Reddit.com?
It was a screenshot of like that Skrillex cover, and the comment was just like, "Oh, skill level Asian," and I was just like, "Oh, that's so overused." But at the same time, I mean, it's part of who I am, I think like being raised with like my family values and really valuing music, that's really is still a part of what I am. Craziest YouTube comment though. Lots of like, oh my god, like I know somewhere in the background there's an Asian dad ready to beat you up, but
oh my god, am I allowed to laugh at that?
It's whatever.
But yeah, for the most part, the feedback's been really positive. Really lucky to have such a big fan base.
That's amazing. So how many subscribers do you have?
I'm really close to 100,000 right now.
Yeah, put it over the edge.
So I'm really excited about that. Hoping to maybe drop an album at some point soon.
That's great.
100K.
Let us know, and we'll yell about it on the social media. So with all those followers, do you get a lot of like song requests? Like do this song?
Like,
how often do you honor those? Or look into
it really depends. I'd say my channel's split between like electronic music covers and top 40 pop music covers. I think recently there's been a big push towards more pop music covers, and I generally play whatever is on my mind. So if I become like obsessed with this one song, I'll just put out a cover of it.
Cool.
Usually I ask my viewers for like, do you have any suggestions for what my next cover should be in my comments, and they really do range. But like one of them that was super requested was there's like Levels Avicii.
Right.
So that got done. That one, exactly. Let It Go from Frozen.
Did you do either of those?
I did both.
You did both of those.
That's right.
Great.
So I try my best to honor those requests, but at the same time, it's sometimes I just have a song stuck in my head and I have to get it out.
You got it. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can we request one right now?
Yeah. What do you want?
I really like Uptown Funk.
Oh my god, I love that song.
Great.
I will definitely be trying that out.
I will be checking your channel soon, and I hope to see it, or shoot us a message when you do that.
Absolutely.
Great.
I love that song. It's so groovy.
It's oh my god, it is good.
It is good.
It is good. You wanna, so you practice like a lot, yeah. Do you still are like practice frequently or
not?
I mean,
really.
It's sort of more difficult with the college schedule, I guess.
Yeah, it's been a lot more difficult being at college. I think my channel was sort of the biggest part of my life in senior year of high school and freshman year of college when I was like not doing anything. But I'd say nowadays I am trying to get back into it. I spent this past semester traveling, so I didn't really get access to a piano, but I'm making music like several days a week now.
That's awesome.
Jamming out with friends or by myself, so I'm trying to get back into that.
Okay, so beyond then like music, what is your like when you need to like let loose or relieve stress, whatever, what is your go-to hobby?
Let's see.
Drug.
Well, I'm really involved. I'm really involved in a cappella at Harvard.
Oh, yeah.
I sing co-ed with the Low Keys. So that's been a lot of fun.
Awesome.
It's also a big time commitment because we rehearse 7 hours a week. And then before concerts, it's like 20 hours a week. But that'll be over with soon. And also just the people there in the group are really talented musicians. So my most recent collab of Sam Smith was with one of my best friends who's also in the Low Keys. And he sang and I played the piano and sang as well. So that was a recent upload. Other than that, I'm involved in Greek life, and on campus, I'm also co-president of Smart Women Securities, which is the nonprofit female investment education club.
Very cool.
Very cool. What does that club do?
So essentially, Smart Women Securities is aiming to empower women to sort of learn how to take control of their money, because there is a huge gender gap right now in the financial services industry, and just in general, when you think about retiring one day or saving for your kids' college educations, that's not something that's really on the forefront of our 19 or 20-year-old minds.
I have cash in.
Sierra doesn't count.
I have cash in a CVS bank.
But it's a principle. It's a principle thing.
Exactly. I see.
She can
that's
count.
Really
she just
awesome.
doesn't.
I see. So
we're
teaching those things.
Exactly.
That's
teaching
great.
people
That's
how
great.
to invest their money starting young.
So then
that's cool.
So then what with that what are you going to do when you graduate?
I'm not totally
decide
sure
now.
yet.
Yeah, you have to decide now.
Oh man, I'm not totally sure yet.
Possibilities.
I think I'd like to end up eventually somewhere in venture capital or social impact investing, which is essentially funding innovation, cool startups. There's this really cool one out in San Francisco that helped fund Pandora and Tesla and cool stuff.
Oh, really?
I think it'd be really
what's
cool.
that one called?
It's called Double Bottom Line, DBL investors, and
DBL.
I'm not exactly sure if those are exactly what they invested in, but I think the work they do is incredible. Working in the music industry would also be kind of cool on the side. I don't know if I can handle doing those two at once, but we'll see. I think
maybe something. Of course, you've been able to do both this far. So
yeah.
There's no knowing what will happen. But that's cool. How about okay? So we have some weird questions. We literally wrote down, what would you do if your hand got crushed by an Uber?
Lower question. No, because
Okay.
I know exactly where we're going.
Okay.
And it is because, so you play the piano.
Yes.
With your hands.
Yeah.
So you're an artist, and these are your tools to make things.
Yes.
If your hand got crushed in a freak accident, I don't know why buy an Uber.
I mean, that's what I was highlighting. Why?
Why an Uber?
But okay.
Who knows? But what would be your next go-to if your hands were irreparably mangled?
Both of them?
Irreparably mangled.
So we're talking hands irreparably mangled.
If your hands are irreparably mangled, what would you like to do? Let's say two hypotheticals. One is if both hands are irreparably mangled. Okay. One is if just are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay,
just
so
you're
then
right-hand.
Okay, then you're
sure,
right.
you have your left
then I would keep playing with my left hand.
Good.
And both of them, I would play with my toes. I'm not that flexible.
How about your nose?
Well, you just okay, fair enough. But bottom line, you would find some way to keep playing piano.
And if not that, just making music some other way.
Sure.
I have a bunch of friends who can play piano. We can sing, make other music other ways. Just as long as music's there, that's the important part.
Awesome. Right.
Oh, okay. This is exciting then. So obviously, you were talking about possibly working at a venture capital firm or something, working in that realm. What do you think as someone who's musical and someone who can perform and all that stuff, how does that, do you feel like that helps you out in any certain advantages, or what are you gonna bring your keyboard to meetings and shit?
Walk into the conference room with a keyboard, slam it on the table, what's up, Morgan Stanley, and then just start.
I do think that having a channel and this hobby has benefited me in ways I didn't really expect. So for instance, at job interviews, I can just casually drop the line hey, I'm also a YouTube musician. Let's talk about that.
And
that's sweet.
It's really cool, kind of.
People love that. Everyone knows what that is, kind of. Even if they don't specifically watch whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really cool being able to share my experiences about running my own business, because I have my own iTunes channel, my own social media platforms, and I manage that all myself.
Yeah, you have to be the business end.
Exactly. So it's been a really cool experience to bring into job interviews, or just to sort of bond with people over if they're not exactly a musician as well.
How about, what's the crazy, do you run into a lot of people who already knew about you, or pretend they don't, and then have you had any weird experiences?
Because
that's gotta be a thing.
That's
people dropping just talking. They're oh my god, SCLARQ, right?
And they're
but
then in the end they've been following you for 8 years.
I do get.
Sierra's talking purely hypothetically.
I mean,
not about
not that that's why.
Yeah, I'm really lucky to have an international fan base. I have like a business email and Facebook page, so I get fan mail messages every day, and they're usually like, hello from Peru, or like, hey from Poland, like please send me an autograph or something. But I think the craziest thing that happened was I was in the Low Keys on tour in San Francisco a week before the semester started, and we did a performance at UC Berkeley with like all the other a cappella groups. So we did our 2 songs, walked off the stage, and as soon as we left, this girl like came running up to me. Oh my God, she was like, so "Oh my God, like, are you the Unsung Heroine from YouTube?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me, I think." And then she like immediately fangirled, and it was really cool to talk to her, get a picture, because I think the crazy thing is like we were the same age, and,
right? Yeah. So she like just recognized you, like
she recognized me from singing on stage, and just like pounced on me afterwards. It was awesome to meet her, and I think
are we gonna get an international fan base now if we spread this?
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
That's a cool thing about music, though, is like you don't have to like speak any language. Like, that's pretty awesome.
The deepest thing you have.
Hey, I've thought about it a lot. So shut your mouth.
Shut up. Well, you said you get like fan mail or fan email in some form every day. What's like what? I guess we've asked the weird question already, but like, what's the weirdest thing you've gotten? Or the like, what's the sort of the coolest message you've gotten?
I've gotten a lot of cool messages. I do try to read I can't read all my comments anymore because there are too many, but I try to read all my fan mail. The coolest things have been like there have been people who've been like traveling around the world who send me pictures of their travels and just be like, hey, like, your music has brought me through some tough times. Like, I've been backpacking the world, and like wherever I am, I listen to your music, and it really like, puts me in a different place.
That's
and
crazy.
Those messages are so meaningful, especially since like sometimes I have a bad day too, and then I go back to that and I think about like, wow, like I must have really touched someone, and I mattered to the world in some way. I've added value in some way or another to the world, so that makes me happy. So there have been some cool messages like that.
What the hell have we been doing?
Fucking eating stuff. I just eat chips. I just consume. I subtract from the world.
That's about right. That's about right.
All right.
Okay, so now that we've gotten to like the touching part, that you've touched people's lives, that sort of stuff, which is really incredible. I think we needed to get into like the real things, based on sort of other artists, similar to yourself, who's touched you. So we've got Alicia Keys, Elton John, and Stevie Wonder. Fuck, marry, kill. What's the play here?
I don't actually listen to too much of their music. Okay. But if I could just
this was Sierra and I coming up with people who play piano. We're like, Alicia Keys is her name.
Yeah, Keys is like piano keys. Piano Keys, Alicia Keys.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't think I would kill any one of them if they're.
Well, that's not an option.
I mean, you can just kill the one that you don't know very well.
I'll just kill Stevie Wonder. I don't know him that well. I don't know him that well.
Okay.
All right. Well.
Okay.
Alicia Keys is pretty talented. She's pretty beautiful too. So I think I'd bang her and marry Elton John.
Great. Yes. Good play.
Yeah.
Except, nice. I mean, I love Stevie Wonder though. But
yeah, well, someone had to die, so I guess, like, all of them, it would have been tragic.
Brutal,
any of them.
Yeah. So then, I guess, sort of beyond Fuck, Marry, Kill, who are like your inspirations musically, or otherwise?
I'd say classically, I'm a big fan of Liszt, Debussy, and Chopin. They're all sort of from like the Romantic and Impressionist era, and all their music is so emotional and sometimes depressing. But like Liszt, for instance, had this reputation for being like a total player, and when he like did his concerts and stuff, he'd like whip his hair back on the stage when the ladies went wild. But like all of his music is extremely there are like tons of like riffs and really cool technical things that he does, and I try to bring some of that into my music. Musically, I'm a big fan of, like, genre-wise right now, like chill step, which is a more toned-down version of dubstep.
Chill step.
And other electronic indie type of music. I think my favorite artist right now is Adventure Club, but love other pop artists as well. I do know that in the past, Adventure Club has given me a shout-out. did Imagine Dragons, and then the other day Flex Pavilion gave me a shout out too.
Yeah,
was the cherry on top. So awesome. I listen to just about anything, and I have to say they're my huge influences.
Very cool. Yeah. Chills.
Nice. And then do you want to hit this one?
Oh yeah. How about any celebrities that you like that may not necessarily be musical, but you wish that they would put out music or play piano or something?
Like if there's a celebrity who might be completely untalented.
Sure, but you
really wish played the piano. If they played the piano, you'd be like, oh,
a complete.
Huh. Well, set. I actually really liked Jennifer Lawrence in The Hanging Tree.
Oh yeah. That was like a crazy.
Yeah, no, I think the movie was well done, and that scene in particular when they used her vocals on top of that track was so powerful. Best part of the movie.
Yeah.
So I mean, if she played, I don't know, some instrument, she'd be like on the top of the charts for indie just because she's Jennifer Lawrence.
That's true. Yeah. She's also a very likable individual.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. So do you think that like piano is like a quality that you like in someone if you're like attracted to them? So you're like, oh, like if they put piano, like I'd be super attracted to them, or not?
Or at the very least, if they have musical chops,
right? Yeah, because I know like for some people, like if they're good at something, they either like would want someone else. Like if they're a musician, they're like, oh, I'm attracted to musicians typically. Or sometimes people are like, oh no, I like that's
Sierra's
too many
attracted
musicians
to people who
one.
eat a lot.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Someone who can appreciate a good Doritos.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely say music is really great. I like being able to jam out with people.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's like a good
piano is cool. Also a big fan of drums. I wish I could play drums. Guitar is very sexy. I think I generally like people who are very passionate about what they do, whether that's stand-up comedy or like dancing, music, sports. Anyone who has like some really deep passion that's not another person or
another person
or something like that.
I think really passionate about that other girl. She's so hot.
Yeah, I think that's an attractive quality. So
that's cool. I see that. Makes a lot of sense.
It's all about passion.
Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, amazing. Is that? I think
that's
all
good. We have planned, but
we don't want to know anything else about it.
This is it. This is all that.
But thank you so much. This has been our very first episode podcast recording of SCLARQ and SKATOW. And thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say to our enormous fan base?
Enormous.
Stay tuned for a re-release of my piano covers coming out soon. I'll be taking basically everything I've already released as well as some unreleased covers and putting them all out in like a mega album. That'll be coming as well.
Awesome.
But yeah, thanks to both of you for having me today. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Right.
Follow her on YouTube.